Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is day 49 of trying to reach a rating of 2000 ELO online, and I'm back at 1875. I lost yesterday's game, and today is a mystery. Okay, finally we got a game. We're gonna play d4. Okay, he's gonna play the King's Indian or nope. He is preparing d5 or Nimzo Indian. Okay, we do the exact same thing. They push, we take, queen takes. No, he doesn't push. Okay, I do believe we play rook to c1. He plays this, we take it. I got this position maybe twice, I remember. Leningrad variation. Leningrad. Okay, he wants to put the bishop here. I want to develop my knight. He plays bishop to b7, then we play e3 to defend the knight with the queen, and everything is perfect. He plays this. We do take because he's preparing knight to e4 to try to ruin my pawn structure. So just remember this. In the Nimzo Indian, when they pin your knight, you pin their knight. When they attack the bishop, you simply take the knight, and that's it. Because most of the time they're gonna take your knight as well. Yeah. And now we can put the bishop on d3, but in case we want to move our queen, we don't want to lose the knight and double our pawn structure, we simply play bishop to e2, and we continue the game by castling or playing a3, force him to take, then take with the rook. Because if he went back with the bishop, I don't think it's a good thing. Because always in the Nimzo Indian, they trade off this bishop for the knight. Always. Okay. Why did he do this move? So we can play this, takes, bishop takes, knight here. The bishop can go back trying to defend. And if I take here, he can simply take with a pawn. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take or what. This, he takes, I take with the rook. I just want to play a3, so let's see what happens. Because either he's going to take, which is most likely he's going to take the knight, or he's just going to go back to d6. Because it is attacking a pawn when I'm going to try to castle. So either takes or put the bishop here. Because that's obviously a blunder going back. And putting the bishop on e7, it's not really... like, there's no point of putting the bishop over there. Yeah, see? He played this move. Now we can play knight to b5, attacking the bishop. I like this move more. Because we're threatening to damage the structure, and we're also preparing the c5 push. When he takes, we take with a pawn. This is defended, and he cannot take the pawn right away because his bishop is, attacked. He moves the bishop somewhere else. And then we can play b4 and solidify the center, and everything will be fine. And even we can take the pawn. Okay, so he plays this move. He went back with the queen, trying to defend the bishop. So when I take, he's going to take with the queen, not to ruin his structure. But if I played c5, takes, pawn takes, the bishop moves all the way back. So this. And this, he takes with the queen, I simply push, he take, I play this. He moves the queen somewhere else, and I play b4. I'm not sure if I'm overextended with this move that I want to play c5. So if I take him, if I take his bishop, I do believe his bishop is stronger than my knight. So take, queen takes, c5, pawn takes, the queen would move somewhere. And I'm preparing b4. Whenever he tries to play a5, take me, I can take with the pawn, and everything's fine. I'm going to try to castle. So take. I like this. I like this. And if you take with the pawn, I mean, you ruined your structure. Now you want to play c5. And if he didn't take, it is the same thing. We're just going to push b4. Whenever he takes us, we take like this. Well, maybe like this, but this like makes this pawn really weak. He decided not to take. Okay. So if I take you here, I just like to take here. Or try to play b4. He plays this. You simply let him take. He's going to make a weakness out of this pawn. Or take here. Our position is still fine. This, whenever you take like this, I'm the one who is having control of the open file because I'm going to castle and get my queen out. So I do like to take first. And if he takes like this, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe you can take it like this and try to make this c5 push. Maybe. But we're still fine. Like either takes, it's still fine because we're going to castle, get the queen to b3, and connecting the rooks. Yeah, he played that. Very nice. He might be preparing this move. Okay. So we can play queen to b3 right away. He might play knight move. I'm going to cancel. He's going to attack my queen. We can play queen to c2. He plays this. We take, and queen to c2, we're threatening to win a pawn. He put his rook there. We try to... I mean, there's no wrong moves here. It's not a big of a deal. Because we're trying to connect the rooks first and use the knight in an effective way, because the knight here is not doing anything good. Here, maybe it's a good move. Okay, nice. I want to play knight e5, but he can simply play knight here. I would take, he's going to take with the queen. What about pushing here? He's going to play this. So he might want to push and take. He's going to take with the rook. So he wants to push maybe. So I'm contemplating whether or not to play knight to e5 or castles, because then he wants to play c5. We simply just like move the queen, attack him pawn. I just want to put my knight into the center. He cannot play this because we're going to attack his queen like this, and it's already defended and can be defended twice or 3 times. And if he played the thing that I want him to play, which is knight to d7, he did not play knight to d7. Okay, we simply go here now. He attacked me, I win a pawn. I want to play this. You cannot take because I'm going to take you. I like this move. Queen to d3. You cannot play this. You're gonna lose the pawn. You can never take because you're gonna lose your rook, and then I'm gonna take the pawn. I mean, technically he can take. Then I'm gonna take. He's gonna go with the bishop. But I do believe I'm gonna take with the queen here, because if he push, I'm gonna take with the bishop, and if he takes, I take with the queen, and I try to cancel, and my position is perfect. Only if he thought about something else, which I'm not sure what will be. Because if he played knight to d7 now, I'm simply going to take, and when the queen takes, I simply take here. You attack my queen, I can simply go all the way back. You push. Yes, you have advanced pawns, but I'm up a pawn. Now, what the hell is that? So we cannot take because we're going to lose our knight, but we take here. His bishop is attacked. He can defend. How can he defend? He can put the queen all the way back. No, he cannot. So wait, this, take. I don't like it as well. So now he just wants to push. And we cannot take. This move is coming. We can put a bishop there. Just, I mean, it looks beautiful. He would take, we're gonna take with the check first. So I do like my bishop being out. And bishop out, he pushes the pawn. We go queen here, he takes, I take. This move is coming and I really hate it. I'm just gonna castle. Get your king safe. There's no... It's not a bad move to get your king safe. But I do believe he wants to play c4. Yeah. I don't want to play queen to b4 because takes. I'm going to have double pawns, which is really not cool. Playing this, I'm going to get my queen trapped somehow. So here sounds great, but then he's going to push p5, p4. Going back with the queen in case he played this, I like it. So I'm just going to retreat all the way back. He can play this, but knight here will be maybe a problem, I'm not sure. What about playing b3? He takes, check, take, check, king, bishop. It doesn't work. I do believe he has an advantage just because of this pawn. It's really strong, it's restricting all my pieces. And if I were him, I'm gonna play b5. Just solidify the center, make it even stronger, and try to play knight to d7 or knight here. But maybe at that point I'm gonna play f5, f4, because whenever you take me, I'm gonna take with this pawn, try to add some counterplay on this side. Because the side on here, like it's just close. Okay, he played this move. I wanna play f4, but I really hate this move. And then we can put the knight there. I'm not really... So I'm just gonna play it in case you ever take me. I'm gonna take like this and open up for the rook. Maybe we can even double up and try to attack on that side. My bishop can get there easily as well. He might try to play like knight here, knight here. Sounds actually good. Like knight here, I cannot really move it. Move the knight away or attack it. But at that point, I'm gonna push like f5. I'm gonna try to take and try to get my queen in. If you played this, we push. And f6, it's really weakening. What is that? b5. It makes your bishop even worse. I'm not sure why he played this now. Okay. What about bishop here? You want to play this? I sacrifice the bishop, you take. I'm going to give you a check. You cannot go here, that's checkmate. If you went here, that's also checkmate. So I like the move bishop to h5. You can never play this. Bishop to h5, you play this move. Then I would take and try to put the queen there, or maybe push. What about sacking the knight? He would take. I'm gonna give a check. He needs to move away. You're gonna try to get in with the queen. Is it a good move to sacrifice the knight? Knight takes, king takes. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a check. He moves here. Check. He moves here. Check. He moves here. It's not mate if I sacrifice. There's no mate. I'm just gonna play this move. But now he can just take. But the idea here, like when you take me, I'm attacking your queen. So the queen needs to move, and then you're gonna lose this pawn. Then I'm gonna try to double up. So taking is not an option. because it opens up the rook against him. He can never play this move because we can literally sacrifice. He would take with the pawn, that would be a check. He moves here, and the knight here is checkmate. So he can never push this pawn. He can never take my knight. But I'm not sure what can he do. He can play maybe like f6. f6, I'm thinking about queen to g6. He take me, that's a check. He moves here, but it's not checkmate. And I'm gonna get attacked super fast, so I don't have time to play a rook lift and stuff. So this move, I like it for him, but I'm gonna play maybe bishop check. He moves here. So what about this? Check. Wait, this, check, here, check, take me. No, not a good move. So this, knight f7, attacking the queen. The queen has no squares. What to go? Oh my god. Did you see that? Of course you did not. But that's very weakening. I mean, now he can play this. Now he can take my knight, so I have to save it. Playing knight to g6, he simply has this move. And I would take, the queen would take, I'm gonna push. He will play queen in. Should I strike with g4 right away? Takes, the queen would move, and I would take. He's gonna play a check. So the problem was g4, he can take my knight, I take, he puts his queen here. And I can never take because that would be a check. I'm gonna lose my bishop. And putting the knight here, what about putting the knight there? Seems like a good move, like knight here, I'm attacking you, you play queen here, I play queen to f2, trying to get in with the queen, trying to win this pawn. Knight to f7, the queen needs to move, here, here, queen, knight. What about sacking? He would take, check. I know it sounds super ugly, but I just want to be annoying. I want to be annoying for my opponent. He never has this push. He might have this push, but we'll lose him this one and opens up his king. He needs to move his queen now. Here, 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 here. I'm not sure. But this move takes time. I wish there's something faster. I really like g5, but I cannot play it. Wait, what? How did I thought that the queen here can give a check? Where's the pawn here? I can literally play g4. You can never defend it. And g4, I want to take you. And when you take, I'm going to take with the queen. And I'm going to move my king and... So which one is better? Queen to f2, queen to g3, or g4? Trying to open up a line for the rook. I do believe the rook is better, stronger. All of his pieces are right there and they're not doing anything, like literally just sitting there. So I do believe that I have an advantage right now because his king is not that safe. Like queen here, queen to f2. He plays the knight back, trying to remove my knight. So it here, here, knight, sack, take, check. He simply can block, so it's not an option. So queen here, queen to f2, knight back. Yeah. So queen to f2, queen to f2. Wait a second. Queen to f2, knight back. I simply go back here with the knight. I just need to play fast. Would he take the knight? Would he take the knight and the bishop for the queen? I mean, my position is dead. Like, this is a closed position. So maybe his knight is better. If I'm playing with black, I might consider actually taking the knight than taking the bishop. because there are no weaknesses whatsoever, no weaknesses. Maybe there's g5, g4 push. That's going to be annoying for him, but he has the rooks. Like, he can consider this move, but I'm really sure he wants to play knight to d7, knight to d8. You don't want to play knight to d8? Why? Okay, so what about queen to g3? I'm threatening check. The king would move. We would give some... If I take, he can take with the knight and try to put the knight here. That's his plan. So I'm just going to play queen to g3. We're not going to give him time. And if he takes, we take with a check first. He move his king somehow. This is not a move because that will lead to many. And he cannot push here because I would simply take him with the check, then win the pawn. He can move his king actually, which I don't know why I did not thought about it. But what I would play, if he moved his king, I would take, the knight would take, rook here, he would take my rook and I would take with the other rook. You're gonna play knight in this position, but he needs to move his king to be safe from any... He can play actually queen to f6. So queen to f6, it is an option. I can never take the pawn. Yeah, just queen to f6. He moved the king. See, I told you he's gonna move his king. Taking here will not lead to anything. But it leaves a very weak king. Like queen to g6, you play this. I take it, you take, I take this. You take me here, I take, you take. I want to play this to play this to play this. Sounds pretty ugly, but it is a good move. This, he plays queen here. What about going back with the knight? He takes me, I take with a check. And he is forced to go to a light square. Let it happen. I'm not sure what am I doing, but I just love this move, queen to g6. The closer you get, the faster you made this guy. But now he can play this move, knight to d8. He can play knight to d8. And I will play like knight back. No, actually, if you play knight to d8, I play knight to d6. If you take me with the queen, that's checkmate. So if you play this, I can attack his rook and the bishop. And he can never take because that will lead to a checkmate. He can play queen to f6. But I will play knight here. You would take my queen, I would take you with a check. He took a pawn? So queen here, he's gonna move his king. But I'll play double check. You move here. I'll take your bishop. You play this and I take. And I can always put the knight here. Queen here. It's checkmate if you do not move the king. So this, he needs. So queen here, move the king. And play this check. He moves here. Calculate. Here, king, check with the bishop. He cannot go there. He needs to go here. So here, here, check here, check here. I just want to play it. I just want to play it. I'm not sure what am I doing. This is literally checkmate. Unless he wants to give the queen. Maybe he wants to give the queen. Then take here, but it's not. If you move this king, I have this double check. Double check. You need to move your king. I'm gonna take your rook, or the bishop, even better. Because it will be a free piece, and free piece better than being up in exchange. He moved his king. Okay, this is a double check. Try to, like, where's the win? This is check. He moves here. You take him, he simply take. And this, so we can play this check. He moves here. We play a check. He moves here. What about double check? If he moved here, I'm not sure what am I doing. Okay, this is double check. Can you just move his king? Okay. So I can literally take the bishop and that would be a check. But my pieces are far away. Taking the bishop, he might push. That's not a good move. Taking the rook seems okay, but he can just take it. I do believe that I want to take the bishop. He takes here. Good luck winning this, because I'm gonna play a check, disconnect the queen from everything, and try to get my queen into the game, but he actually takes. What the hell is that? You move here? I hate my position. I fucking hate it. He can never put the queen here. He needs to put the rook there, and I'm simply gonna play rook to f2. I'm gonna try to defend like this. Oh shit, where does this pawn came from? I swear to God, I did not see this pawn. Okay, bishop, save my ass. Knight here, oh shit, oh my goodness. Knight here, we have to play rook to f2. Then he's gonna play rook to a1. I'm cooked. I literally did not see there was a pawn on c4. This is the best move. My queen is really far away. Knight here. Uh-oh. Why did you play this move? He's just trying to trap my... Oh, he's trying to trap my queen. Okay. Okay. So we can give this check. But it's just a check. You can play this, he's gonna play this. If he ever takes, I would take here, and that will lead to... I'm just gonna play this move. I'm not... There was a win. I just always miss winning tactics, even though I play a lot of puzzles. But I just struggled to find the best one, because there were too many checks. There was knight going back, there was double check, and there was the queen check. I chose one of them, and I'm not sure if it was the best move. If he takes my queen, I'm gonna take here. That will lead to check, mate. He can defend. but it will lead to another checkmate because the king cannot go back or go here because of the queen. And if he took, be careful, two checkmates. Which move wins him the game? I think this move is looking nice. But then we have a check. Like if you played this move attacking me, I play check. The king cannot move. You're forced to take it, and I'm gonna take you. You're gonna put the rook here attacking me. So he can play this. And this is not leading to anything because even if he takes the check, he can still go to 2 squares. And even if he put the rook here, it's still not a checkmate because the king can go to the only square. I wish there was a mate here. He needs to be careful. There's a checkmate, and there's a checkmate. 2. This move saves both. Maybe this move actually even better. But this is still the exact same thing. You gotta give me the rook for the knight. But this move, I hate. Oh, there's actually a better move. What about knight back? Like knight to e7, check. You move here, check. He doesn't need to get into this. There are too many checks to be evaded. So this is out of the window. This, or make a crazy move like... there's no crazy move. This is literally checkmate, or this one. So he needs to deal with the checkmate. This does not work. This we already discussed. This we already also said the exact same thing. And this, the exact same thing. But the problem with a move like this or a move like this, even though I'm going to give a check and he needs to give the exchange to give me the rook for the knight and I'm going to take, but the knight is defending this square and the rook will attack my queen and defend the pawn, so now he does have this push. But you know what? He can actually take my rook, make a queen I can take. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, come on, bro, you're 1800. I mean, two obvious moves, like really obvious. Because in the end of the exchanges, rook to b8 wins the game because it defends the pawn and supports this one. So now his problem, he can never push this because I can always take. And at the end of this variation, when he pushes one of these two rooks, and the craziest thing that I cannot play a check in the back because there are two rooks there. I'm losing only if he found rook to c7 or rook to a7. I'm pretty sure because I really trust my calculation here. And he played the knight back. Okay, so this is a check. You gotta go here. That's a check, you lost your knight. Is there better checks? No, there are no better checks. Take. You move your... Okay. Okay, what about a check? He can block. So taking his queen and his knight, taking the knight, trying to give this check. I mean, it is a knight after all. He can never play this because he would be losing. Oh my god. How did he not find either of the rook moves? And he found the only move that is not good. I'm not sure what this move does whatsoever. That's a check. You gotta go here, here, here. You see a check, you do a check, right? This, I might sacrifice and you would take, and that's boom. Is it boom or not? It's actually boom. Just sack the rook. Sack the rook. The king cannot move. He needs to take. I'm gonna... I'm just double checking. You need to double check every single move before you play it. Rook check. He cannot move anywhere. He cannot block it. Just check. You need to take it, and rook takes. Checkmate. He played the only variation that loses the game. I'm pretty sure he was winning if he played rook to c7 or rook to e7. But he thought because of the knight he's gonna lose the rook, and he was like, you know what, no. But that's very strange. He resigned, he abandoned the game. We're back to 1883, which is really great. If chess.com did not give, I mean, it's not a brilliant move because, I mean, it's really obvious. Anyone would see this check. So they will not give it a brilliant, I guess. I played with an 80% accuracy. He played with 74.6. I did not do any blunders. Okay, so let's see the game together. The Nimzo Indian. Nice. So playing e3 for, oh, e4. Oh, that move I did not see. What? It is better to take. Oh, because now maybe, I'm not sure. Oh, because this also forces like him to, I understand. What was I supposed to do? Like he played this move and I just played this. Just take. Okay. Good move. Also a good move. I was not supposed to take. Get out with the queen, because if he ever takes, he would be losing his bishop, and now you wanna... Okay, that was a bad move. Oh, play this right away. Went back with the queen, playing this. Now you don't like it? Sacrifice for... I've seen this sacrifice, but I was like, it's just an idiotic move. Just show me what happened. Yeah, after king takes h7, what? f7, sorry. Check. Where is the tactic? Unfortunately, we need to turn on the lines now. What is the best move here? It's... What? And if he takes, is losing. I'm losing. Chess.com told me to sacrifice a piece. What? How can an engine tell me to sacrifice a piece and it's losing? That's crazy. That was a miss. Yeah, g4. But I was like, knight, knight, queen, take, and I thought about this was a check to lose the bishop, but he cannot give me the check because the pawn is defending. I totally missed that. Queen here was nice. That was a miss for him. He simply just takes here, and that would be fine. That was a miss. Take. What was he supposed to do here? Yes, that's it. He can sacrifice, he can give the queen for the knight and the bishop because he can defend himself and he can push the pawn and he's winning. That was a great... Okay, so we found the right idea. Taking the rook. Okay, well, I thought it was a free piece. This was... He moved the king, played this, bishop went back. I replayed this, he takes. That was the blunder. That was the blunder. I'm telling you, it's either rook to c7 or rook to a7. Watch. I fucking know. I know this. Now, the king can now move, so it's almost checkmate, but it's not. Even if I sack the queen, I mean, just like take, I mean, the king can move. But the idea that I can give this check, the king can now move, he's forced to take, I'm going to take with the queen. But this was winning for him, and he just blundered this, and it's just a sequence of forced, like, and just this sacrifice. Very great. You had a pretty competitive game there. You played a bit better than your opponent in the opening. The middle game battle was fairly even. Okay, thank you, Engine, for this. Nice, very nice game. I was looking at these two and I was like, I lost. I'm losing the game. This 100% losing the game. But he missed and he played this move, knight back. Well, that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.